back to Haut Beyleron for the next installment of our speed let's play. As you can see, we've started producing bread. I said at the end of the can I pick that up? Ah, too heavy. I said we wanted to take a look at this, so this is it. That's a grain mill. The sorghum's still going through. We've still got nearly 13,500. That's getting sent straight to the bakery. You can see it's 90 flour for 45 litres of bread, and we've still got over 30,000 litres worth of flour, so we've got quite a bit to go. If I go to here and down, I'm looking for bread. Bread, there we go. Show prices, we're looking to sell in January. So January going into February, that's when we're looking at selling. So we'll just keep that going until then. But for now, let's get into today's action. So the first thing we're going to get started is we're taking the terra track over and we're going to do a bit of subsoiling. We need to get our new fields turned around. And this is the equipment that we're going to use to do that. The steyr is going to be used for something else. I mentioned in the last video about cotton contracts, or that I wanted to look towards getting towards cotton, maybe in the future. We take this one and start getting a field. It's quite close to our farm anyway. We start getting a field done. It ends up being really good, like really good. So it's something I'm seriously considering working towards now. Yeah, so we just I think we've done some fertilising in this field before. We'll put it on a worker shortly, and then we get cracking with other stuff. We've got a terra track here. It's not ours. This is from a contract. So we're just gonna set this away, and just like we do with all the ploughing contracts, we'll come back to it once we're close to being finished with it. Here with the lettuce, I started packing up with the intention of going to sell it, but I looked at the price, and the price was pretty rubbish, to be honest. So we're just going to keep it for when the price increases. There's no point in selling it now. We can keep it. We don't need the money sort of desperately now. I know we're low, but it only takes a few contracts to get ourselves back up, doesn't it? And like I said, the cotton contracts that we do, we end up doing 2 of them. They're going to pay out sort of big style for us, really. So we're just getting this loaded in the back of here as well. I mean, this pickup's absolutely ideal. It's mega stable. Well, it seems a lot more stable than the older one that we've got in Elm Creek, even though the one in Elm Creek sounds so much better. Same again. We've got this. We've got the sprayer. 2,000 litres worth of herbicide in there, and we'll go around the edges. I'm sure we sort of stick on it, and then I might put a worker on, I think, for doing the centre section, and totally forget how wide that is. Nearly take off a couple of car roofs. I mean, with this, obviously, we pay the money for the herbicide, which is really expensive, but I mean, for the money we get back for it, we can't complain really. So I've put the worker on there. Take the subsoil I'm doing now is checking to see if there's any rocks come up. I think it's shortly, it might even be this month, that we knock it down to 1 day months, I think. If it's not now, then it's certainly the December month. because there's little to do over the winter. We have no animals. The contracts reduce right down. So we've got our first bale on here. What happens with this is we go all the way up towards the spinnery, and then I stop recording because I hit something. I think I hit a lamppost or something. I can't remember. But anyway, I stopped recording, and I didn't start it again. So luckily, this isn't the end of the contract. This is just sort of the first bit of it. We got a decent percentage, maybe 60 odd percent, something 70% for that one particular bale. But yeah, it'll go off here and it won't show us actually delivering it. Where this time it will do. You'll see us finish this this harvest off, and we'll go over to the other side. I mean, this has been ideal as well. You'll see how much money we're going to make, and we've spent next to nothing. The equipment cost us next to nothing to borrow. It's just, I'll take as many of these as possible when it comes around to next year. And like I said, I wouldn't mind looking at buying the spinnery and the tailors as well. I haven't even had a look to see if there's a tailors on here, but I'm just assuming that there is. So yeah, nice easy way to load it on. Obviously something that we used to do in FS19 as well. So same path as before. It's quite a nice drive actually. I can't remember if it's this one, but up around here I actually find a cartridge. I can't remember if it's in this video or if it's in the next one. That's a lamppost just back there, that's where I hit, just as we come around the corner. So yeah, we drop this off, and then it completes the contract, and then there, nearly 35,000 extra. So the contract's 5 grand, yet we get 35 grand from extra product, which is fantastic. And you can see we got a second baling contract there as well, cotton bales. Only this time we've got the John Deere. Now that actually does, instead of the big 20,000 litre bales, it actually does smaller ones. It does smaller round bales, which has proved a little bit different for when we go to sell them, but it'll be the next episode when we see that. And then we're just going to finish off. This is literally the last thing that we do, other than the obviously the outro. But I explain why we finished a little bit early. However, I'm over the moon that we're getting the times down. I can't remember what we got for this, but it'd be a good few grand, I would have thought. Okay, so we got through quite a few things today. We've only stopped because we've got 2 things going. We've still got that ploughing contract going, and we've got that other harvesting contract going with the John Deere. The harvesting one I've stopped because obviously when it rains it reduces the yield. So I've stopped that. We're getting on anyway, it's getting dark. I'm not going to carry on recording when it's like this. I will put... Is that the new cartridge? No, that one is, isn't it? So that's in there. So we're on 3, are we? The thing I need to know is, does the other cartridges only come up once you've put that in there? Is there only ever one cartridge out at a time, or are all the cartridges out there? I don't know that. So if anyone does, then please let us know. But anyway, that's it for today. So thank you very much for joining us, and I'll see you again in the next one.